And a boot to Baszler. Takes Baszler out of the mix. Charlotte.
3 reasons why Charlotte Flair isn't headlining WWE WrestleMania 41. Charlotte Flair won the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble match a couple of months ago. She is now set to challenge Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania 41. Over the past few weeks, the two have been trying to take each other down, and the excitement for their showdown at Mania is at an all-time high. While Flair vs. Stratton is one of the biggest matches on the show's card, it won't headline the showcase of the Immortals. John Cena vs. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins vs. Roman Reigns vs. CM Punk will close the 2-night event. Many fans are satisfied with WWE's decision, but some are still confused as to why Flair is not in the main event of the show of shows. In this article, we will look at 3 potential reasons behind the booking. Point 3. The build-up to the Flair vs. Stratton match has not been that good. Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton have not left any opportunity to tear each other apart in recent weeks. Their back and forth has been impressive, but the WWE Universe is seemingly not invested in the storyline. WWE has managed to build several storylines quite well, and 2 of them have been confirmed as the main events of WrestleMania. While Charlotte Flair vs. Tiffany Stratton has required the star power, the match hasn't been built well enough to close the show. 2. The WrestleMania card has many top names. WWE has confirmed a plethora of matches for the grandest stage of them all, and most of them feature top stars. Some of the biggest names in the industry are set to collide with each other in Las Vegas. While Charlotte Flair vs. Tiffany Stratton is a high-profile match, even bigger bouts have been confirmed for the show. This might be why the Queen didn't get the opportunity to main event the showcase of the Immortals. Charlotte Flair vs. Tiffany Stratton isn't a bigger box office attraction than the confirmed main event matches. Charlotte Flair vs. Tiffany Stratton is undoubtedly one of the biggest matches in the women's division. However, considering the entire WrestleMania card, the women's title bout isn't the most significant match confirmed for the grandest stage of them all. Feuds like John Cena vs. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins vs. Roman Reigns vs. CM Punk have captured the WWE Universe's attention. Both matches are huge box office attractions. Hence, booking Flair vs. Stratton to headline the show may not be the best idea in this situation. Charlotte Flair stood above all on WWE SmackDown due to one major reason, veteran explains. Charlotte Flair has been a regular on WWE programming since making her return earlier this year. The Queen was present on SmackDown this week, where she stood above everyone else, as per wrestling veteran Vince Russo. The 14-time women's champion won the Women's Royal Rumble match this year and will face Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship at WrestleMania 41. The 2 women have gone back and forth in the last few weeks, with the Queen often getting the upper hand. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Bro Down, Vince Russo noted that Charlotte looked a class apart from everyone else because she invested in her looks. The former WWE head writer also took a shot at Kevin Owens, stating that he looks like a slob. Who was the one person who stood out today above all? Charlotte Flair. Why? Because she spends the money, she invests in that. Did you see that freaking robe? You don't have to know who Charlotte Flair is. When she comes out, oh my god, who is this? This is a star, she's making an investment. Kevin Owens comes out, who's this slob? That's the difference. Charlotte is one of the most decorated female superstars of all time. She is already a 14-time women's champion and could add another feather to her cap at WrestleMania 41 if she manages to defeat Tiffany Stratton. 4 interferences that could happen during Charlotte Flair vs. Tiffany Stratton at WWE WrestleMania 41. Tiffany Stratton is heading to WrestleMania 41 to defend the WWE Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair. The 2 wrestlers have proven themselves to be explosive enough during their brawls on SmackDown. However, this doesn't mean they shouldn't expect company in Las Vegas. Here are 4 stars who could interfere in their match at the show of shows. Number 4. Ric Flair could try to help his daughter become the WWE Women's Champion again. Hall of Famer Ric Flair is a big pillar, supporter, and fan of Charlotte Flair. The Nature Boy has cheered for his daughter for several of her matches from ringside. Thus, it isn't difficult to imagine that the legend could be there to witness her title match at WrestleMania 41. However, the Queen is currently a heel right now. Thus, there is a chance that Ric Flair could try to pull some underhanded tactics to give his daughter the advantage, as he wants Charlotte Flair to earn the WWE Women's Championship for the first time. Nia Jax could make Tiffany Stratton pay for betraying her. Nia Jax could make Tiffany Stratton pay for betraying her. Tiffany Stratton won the WWE Women's Championship after cashing in her Money in the Bank contract on Nia Jax. The duo had been close friends with each other before. But, Jax had to look over her shoulder every time to check on Tiffy, who had helped her win the title from Bayley at the 2024 SummerSlam. While the Irresistible Force received a title rematch, it ended in a DQ and the title didn't change hands. However, she will have the perfect opportunity to exact revenge on the buff Barbie for betraying her at WrestleMania 41. If Jax costs Tiffy the title, she could later claim a title shot against Charlotte Flair. She could state that she eliminated the most number of wrestlers from the Royal Rumble, which Flair won to receive her title shot. Point 2. Becky Lynch could cause problems for Tiffany Stratton. Becky Lynch is one of WWE's 4 horsewomen alongside Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. The man was last seen in action in May 2024 where she failed to reclaim the Women's World Championship from Liv Morgan. While she has signed a new deal with the Stamford-based promotion after her contract expired in June 2024, Lynch hasn't returned so far. This, however, could change at WrestleMania 41 where big-time Bex could return as a heel. The man could help the Queen defeat Tiffany Stratton and win the WWE Women's Championship. Several rumors predict that Becky Lynch will have a new character upon her return, making this a likely outcome. Number 1. Trish Stratus could lend a helping hand to her new friend. Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton have formed a very close friendship with each other in the past several weeks. The buff Barbie and the 7-time women's champion have released new merchandise together and also won a tag team match against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae at Elimination Chamber. The Hall of Famer could watch Tiffy's back in Las Vegas and prevent Charlotte Flair from playing dirty. Additionally, she could also keep an eye out for other wrestlers who may try to help the Queen win her 15th World Championship. It would be interesting to see if Tiffany Stratton is able to score a win in her first Mania title defense. Condolences. Charlotte Flair sends a message after WWE SmackDown. WWE superstar Charlotte Flair made a massive impact in the latest episode of SmackDown. The Queen has now issued a message, potentially directed at WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton, following her verbal back and forth with the 25-year-old on the Friday night show. On the March 21st installment of the Blue Brands show in Bologna, Italy, Flair and Stratton participated in a split-screen interview with Joe Tessitore. The segment became memorable because the Queen dominated the conversation, seemingly undermining the buff Barbie's confidence ahead of their WWE Women's Championship match at WrestleMania 41. Taking to X, formerly Twitter, the dirtiest diva in the game sent a brutal one-word message after SmackDown, seemingly disparaging Tiffany Stratton. WWE veterans comment on Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton's segment on SmackDown. Dutch Mantel and Vince Russo offered their thoughts on the verbal exchange via satellite between the Queen and the blonde bombshell. The veterans discussed this during an appearance on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Bro Down. According to Dutch Mantel, Tiffany Stratton looked scared after Charlotte Flair ate her alive. The veteran also claimed that both women performed as partial heels. Little Tiffany looks scared. Charlotte Flair ate her alive. It looks like Tiffany got flustered and didn't have anything to say, and Charlotte sat over there and sort of trying to laugh. I don't feel sorry for either one of them. I think they're both half heels, Mantel said.